Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Life Corner. Today is, was it Sunday, March the 15th? It's 2020. It's been a minute. Had a few things going on, but today I wanted to talk about something that that's generally three, two, one. Hello and welcome back to the Real Life Corner, everyone. Today is March the 15th, 2020, and it's been a minute. Got a lot of things going on. Today we're going to talk about faith and having your faith tested. And when I started this video blog and having my own blog space, and then on the other social media sites as well, I said that I was going to try to keep my content as positive as possible. And so we're going to continue that today, but it's gonna start in a place that wasn't so positive. Okay, we're not going to talk about what's going on with the coronavirus. Quite sure you guys have heard enough about that, as have I. Just keep yourself safe, and God bless you all. And so let's talk about this faith thing. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had your faith tested? Your spirituality? Have you questioned your spirituality personally? Have you had things go on that made you wonder how hard you had to work to keep your faith and spirituality in check? Well, that's a space I've been in for the last few months. Now, let me make this part clear. I'm not here to question God, the existence, and question why I got to this space. Rather, I questioned why, with all the information I had gathered, the work that I put in, my commitment to being positive and purposeful, why that message wasn't being translated out to, or it didn't radiate out from me to the people who are around me. And so let me start by saying this. When you find yourself in that situation, sometimes for me, what I had to do in this situation for me, I had to evaluate or reevaluate where I had come from to get to where I was. Just to keep myself in check and to remind myself that sometimes when you think your faith is being tested or your spirituality, if you're questioning it, you have to go back and look at some of the choices you've made to get to that place, that emotional space that you may be in. So for me, about 6 months ago, I had to take a leap of faith. I basically decided to resign from a job that I had been at for 10 years. I'd gotten comfortable there. I don't think I was complacent, but definitely comfortable, because that job basically had allowed me to do some things I wanted to do with my family. Make sure I got my kids through high school, put one into college, maintain my standard of living, keep my social life intact, just things like that, right? And so for me, I got to a comfortable place with that position, even though I know that the job and the work was underserving me. I hate to use this term, but I probably was a little overemployed. And I knew that. I took the job at the time, like I said, 10 years ago, because I knew it was going to do exactly what I needed to do for me and my family, my boys moving forward. They were young in middle and elementary school, moving to middle school. And so I took that job basically to support my family, right? It grew, gave me more responsibility, it became more financially rewarding, and then it became somewhat static, I should say, in what it demanded of me, and what I had to put into it, what it required of me. And so it got to a point where, with all that being said, that I found myself in a situation where I felt that I was not being appreciated for the efforts I was putting in. When it got to, then it just got to a point where I said, hey, listen, I'm not going to get any better here. For me personally, that job had served its purpose, but I didn't know if I was going to have any better prospects based on my experience, my time, and I hate to say it, my age. But I got to a point where I said, listen, if I don't make a change right here and right now, I'm never going to. I'm a man on the plus side of 50. And so, the workforce right now, if you're over 40, you're old, right? So to be over 50, you definitely have to be careful about your, cognizant of the fact that your job opportunities and prospects may not be what you think they are. And so that being said, I said to myself, look, I'm going to make this happen one way or the other. And so I resigned. And I didn't know if anything better was going to happen for me. I didn't necessarily have a better job lined up. But as I said, I was questioning my faith, and I was wondering if I was hoping that I was making the right choice. As it turned out, I got a couple of opportunities. One that I took, and then a better one came along. And so ultimately, I got a position that it satisfied the need for me at this time, and something that I basically didn't think this opportunity would come along for me. But I said all that to say this. Even with that, I wasn't satisfied, because I was looking for the total complete package in terms of a makeover. The better job, the better social situation, trying to be more positive with my family, trying to put more effort into moving my family forward, the people around me, trying to be positive for them, and making sure that we were going in a progressive path. And sometimes it just doesn't go that way in terms of you getting there as fast as you would like to. And so I was in a situation where I was feeling guilty about having good things happen for me, but wanting better things to happen. And so I said, is it something that I'm doing wrong, where I'm not getting out of this what I should be? Should I be more grateful for the opportunities I've been given? And the answer is yes. For me to say, hey, listen, you question your faith a little bit about things because you don't get exactly what you want out of it. Sometimes you have to look at all the things that have happened and the choices you've made to get to that place, and all the times where you were surprised by having an abundant opportunity or situation being better than you anticipated. And that's happened for me a lot in my lifetime. So for me, I just wanted to share that idea with you, that if you're in a place where things don't happen as quickly as you like, or you don't have the details that you expected in a situation, don't worry. Don't question your faith about them. Keep your spirit. Be stronger in your faith and your spirituality. And make sure that you're making choices, taking the action necessary to get you to the next rung in your ladder. Every step that you take up your ladder is getting you closer to the place where you want to be, and further away from the place where you don't want to be. And sometimes you can't take 3 steps at a time. You have to take 1. Sometimes you have to take a half a step. So that's my message for today. If anybody has any comments, questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And as I always say at the end of these messages, I share my social media sites. I'm pretty active on a couple of them. I have to go through the list. Believe it or not, it's gotten to that point where I have to remember them all. I have to write them down. So if you want to see any of my videos, certainly go to WordPress.com, and you can see me there at The Real Life Corner, which is where we are, reallifecorner.com. See me there. You can see my YouTube videos. My channel is called Ranjam Bass. You can see, check me out on Instagram at real.life.at.50. You can see me on Facebook at real.life.at50. If you want to check me out on Twitter, I have an account there. I send out brief messages. I don't have a lot of followers there, and I don't follow many people. It's just certain ones. I like to just see what's going on, but feel free at real.life.52. And if you want to hear any of my music, I put some new music out every now and then. You can check me out on SoundCloud at real.life.music. And just let me know what you think. And until the next time, you guys keep your faith and be strong in your spirituality.